Hey. So last year I ran quite a lot because of circuit breaker. I haven't been able to hit my goal of wanting to run 10 kilometers. Did as a 10k.
That's so upsetting.
And to people who think that that's a stupid goal, people who are able to run 10k easily, this video's not for you.
Get out! Out!
I can't run 10k easily. I can't even run 1k easily. Last year I used the Nike Run like coach feature, and then they freaking betrayed me this year and removed the feature.
You did this for what?
They have a pen and paper plan on their website, which I'm gonna follow. So I'm using the plan now to calculate like what my pace should be at like different times. But because like I live in Asia and I use like the metric system like a normal person, it's really irritating because the pace that they give me on the pen and paper plan is in like the feet system.
What?
I need to use math to calculate like my pace for like 5k, my 10k pace. Yeah, let's calculate the pace. So let's get started with week 1. We're going to run. How far?
10 km.
So we just did our first run. We were supposed to do 3.2 but we did 3.3. I'm very tired and I'm going to sleep and reward myself after doing this very arduous run. I don't know whether we can do 10k, but I guess you will know in the future. Amanda, who's editing this. Going for the second run. Today's run is 8 sets of 1 minute intervals with 1 minute breaks. It's my rest day and we're gonna climb a mountain. What are your thoughts on the walk, Victoria?
I love it. Fitness for life.
I'm gonna do the 5k today. Hope I survive. 1 km. 3 kilometers. 4 kilometers. I did it. 5k. Week 1. Woo. This 25-minute recovery run is terrible. I'm exhausted. I'm doing my second run this week. It's an interval run. I can hear the thunder. And I think it's gonna be one of the tougher ones this week, but halfway through the intervals, I'm dead.
She passed away? Oh. Alright.
I did it. I achieved my goal of running the interval. It's starting to rain already and I'm still not even close to being home. Most important is that I finished what I came to do. I think doing 2 back-to-back speed runs is not very good, but it's okay, I'm almost done. Hi, so we're staycationing. I only have to run 15 minutes today, but we're gonna play around in the gym. Woo! Time to go play with the other equipment in this gigantic gym. Hi, so today's the first day of week 3 and today I'm in my cousin's gym, their indoor gym, which I love. Today was really bad. I just couldn't run further than this and like I felt so breathless and it was at 1.7 and it just made me feel even more demoralized. This is the first day since I started this running thing that I just couldn't run any further and I like can't hit the goal that I wanted to hit. I just can't run anymore and this is like the slowest pace I've ever gone. I don't know what it is, but it's okay. I'm just gonna do a bit of weights, do a bit of abs and call it a day. Just have to treat yourself and know when to take a break.
Fine leather goods. Treat yourself.
After yesterday's bad day, I'm going for my speed run today. I ran 4 km. I did extra. Yes. One of my favorite things about this place is that like it doesn't even look like Singapore. I'm going to gaslight, girl boss and gatekeep this place forever. Someone is accompanying me for my run today. See you on the other side when we are sweaty and gross. Almost done! Any thoughts?
Quite far.
What do you say about the 5k?
Can go again.
I can't go again. Another day, another run. I'm doing a fartlek today, which should be shorter than a normal like recovery run. My legs kind of hurt, but it's fine. Done. I feel like I could go further, but like I don't want to, you know, because like
I'm like quirky.
I feel like I'm definitely improving. Let's go on a long run. 6. I did it. 6 km. Yes.
Well done.
35 minutes. Let's go. How far are we running today? We did it!
We saw Ong Ye Koo.
weeks later.
I am vexed and ready to run. Oh, I took a break for a week and then I warmed up for a week, so I tried to get back into running. And then now I'm back to following the 10k plan. And I actually did 7k yesterday. I am back to where I was before I get vexed. Let's go! 40 minutes. We are doing a 23-minute tempo run. We did it! 4km. Woo! Look at the sweat on my face. Anyway, I finished 4k. Saw this demon at the end of my 4k. What bad company. Hi, so yesterday we ran 8k.
Flashback.
6. That's why I think we're lost. And we are no longer lost. We did it! The pace is not as good as I would like it to be, but we accomplished it and that's what matters.
End of flashback.
Today, we are just doing a chill run. Just a recovery run. I'm doing a longer run today. 50 minutes of recovery run. Don't know how a recovery run is supposed to be 50 minutes because I'm not going to be recovering. The most insane run ever. This was my 7k after I finished my vaccine. This is the run that I did today. I have a guest today and we did 4k. She did 3.97. Let's do 9k. If I run alone, I'm actually gonna really want to give up. But I have him, so let's go. So close to giving up, but just gotta go. Back at the same spot 9km later. From 6km onwards, I was so tired. Onto the last week. So today's probably gonna be my second last run before I do the 10k because I'm super busy this week for some reason. I really need this run and then after that I'll do the 10k. It's the big day! We're dropping off something for my friend first who's going overseas. After that, we will begin the run. It's quite late, I'm a bit scared. And also, it just rained, so the floor is like quite slippery. 10k, let's go! We did it! 10! I'm so tired, but I'm so glad that I finally hit this goal.
The next day.
I can't believe it, you know, I ran 10k! It just feels a bit surreal because I never thought that I'd be able to do it. How did running 10k benefit me? To be honest, like I'm really not sure if I lost any weight, but I do think that I was able to gain some stamina and fitness from doing this. Surprisingly, the biggest improvement was in my mental health. I found myself excited to go running every evening because I knew that even though it was hard, I knew that it was something that I would be able to accomplish if I just persisted on and I just put one foot in front of the other. Especially since I work from home, I feel like running was a really good way of bringing me away from the screen. Since the green corridor opened up near my house, the walk home after I ran was actually really therapeutic and I was able to see a lot of sunsets and like just enjoy some time in nature. It just left me feeling like very accomplished. I just feel like it really did wonders for my mental health. I guess like now I kind of understand what other people mean when they say that they enjoy running. Like, who am I? Oh, and a runner's high is so real. Like I think when you hit like the 4-5k, I start to enter this state of like zen, of like I don't even feel my feet anymore. I just want to put like one foot after the other and I just want to run. The serotonin is actually quite real. How was the Nike plan? Honestly, I made a lot of changes to the Nike plan because I realized halfway that it's not really a plan for someone that just wants to hit 10k. It's a plan for someone who like wants to train to 10k for their best timing. The major changes that I made is that I changed the distance of the long run such that it would just increase progressively to 10k like week after week, and I also shortened the plan by 1 week. There are actually Nike playlists that accompany the respective like speed runs and interval runs because those are quite specific in terms of the timing, but I just really can't stand it when I have someone talking in my ear while I'm running and I have to listen to music. So what I did is that I used an app called Interval Timer, but I would key in the specific timings for the interval run and then I would just run using that. I do think that the plan is a good outline and it does get progressively tougher over time, but I also feel like there are definitely some better couch to 10k plans out there and like maybe I'm just too lazy to look for them. So if anyone has any recommendations, you can drop them in the comments below. Any tips for beginner runners? The first tip is get a good pair of running shoes. Those are super important. If you have a bad pair, like you're just gonna hate it. I wear a pair of Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 36 and they are like a light purple in color. They're super pretty. Honestly, this video is not sponsored by Nike, but I would be such a good spokesperson. Second thing is that I feel like pacing is really important when you're running, especially at the start. I would use like music to pace myself. I will link in the description below the playlist that I used. It starts off with like 10 songs that I used to pace myself, and then after that it goes into like really intense like pop music. Now I have like an almost Pavlovian response to Wet by Cardi. And I guess my last tip is like just try to be disciplined. You just get out and do it, you know what I mean? Putting on your workout clothes and your shoes is like half the battle won. All you need to do is just step out of the house now and just hurry up and go. Something that I feel also helps my mindset, when I'm running and I want to give up, I would tell myself like you only have two options, which is to either stop or continue running. And can I continue running? And the answer is almost always yes. And if it's no, then I would just stop. And also like don't exercise after your vaccine, by the way. Like I took a break. I think especially now in like the times of COVID and everything, it's very easy to feel like disconnected. But some days if I would spend the whole day alone, when I go and run and I see, okay, that makes me sound so lonely. When I go and run and I see other people, like it just makes me feel less alone, like to know that I'm not the only one struggling at this time. I hope this inspires you to get off your lazy bum and go and run. I'm really happy that I did it. I'm really happy that I accomplished it. Big thank you to my wonderful boyfriend for running with me. Thanks for watching me suffer for 8 weeks straight. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Bye!